it's almost a greatest hits album, but it's differently recorded. So what have you done?
Yes, so I've re-recorded 16 singles with an orchestra. Because I think doing a traditional greatest hits at the moment is a bit redundant, really, because everybody can access music however they want, whenever they want. So I wanted to do something new, and it's been really nice for me as well, because I've had the opportunity to re-sing songs that I haven't sung in the studio for sometimes decades.
I love your song, Heartbreak, Make Me a Dancer. That's my favourite
Although
one.
you did think it was Heartbreak, Make Me a Doctor for a while.
I know, I did, because I first heard it.
As well.
I went to see Sophie live, and I couldn't, it's that great thing of discovering a song when you sing it live, and I said to my wife, that's fantastic, that Heartbreak Made Me a Doctor. It's like, what, like you're going around saving the world. I built a whole story around it, and it was wrong. But so with that, with that song, for example, you've got the orchestra there, and they do their thing, do they?
Yeah, exactly. And then when I've come to do it live, bless you, when I've come to do it live, I'm doing this really exciting thing. We're doing an orchestral first half, and then I bring the band out and we do full sort of disco and layers, and Heartbreak's part of that section. So it was already quite a big sounding production, but now it's like immense with timpani and harps and brass, and I'm in my element. I'm loving it.
And that's from June next year, your tour?
Yes, I've done one gig already at the Royal Festival Hall, but yeah, June is the rest of the country, so.
Shall we just watch a bit of Take Me Home? Can we do this? Go on.
I'm in heaven, I'll show you heaven, so much heaven. Oh, take me home, take me home. Now's the time to follow me. Take me home, take me home. Come and live what ought to be. Take me home, take me home. Take me home, take me home. Take me home.
Wonderful. And I've never seen it. Your living room looks amazing there inside. That was all in your house. Okay, so Sophie and I, you were very tolerant with me because I just did a little bit of a funny social media thing. So let me just see if I can.
Hear me when I say, hey, it's murder on the dance floor, and you better not kill the groove. It's murder on the dance floor. Better feel the groove, oh yeah. What's going on?
So what do you think about that? That's my. I guess thank you.
So wonderful.
I know probably everyone does that with you. And also, well,
don't give up the day job.
No, I know. I wish I could.
You better not kill the groom.
Yeah, is that?
No, it's not groom.
Oh no.
It's a song about marriage.
Yeah.
No, groove.
Oh no, not another one. And was the groom a doctor?
Yeah.
The groom was a doctor.
Your own little sort of, yeah.
I've got a whole load of different songs. Yeah. Okay. So, and it wasn't Groom Jet either. You sang with. So you're expecting your fifth child.
I am. Yeah.
So and you've got 4 boys.
I have.
And the fifth child will be with us before the tour starts, I think.
Yes, but. In a hilarious twist with the planning of everything, the album needed a bit more work and recorded some extra bits, and is now the release date of the album is the same as my due date.
No.
January. I know, it's so ridiculous. When I had the first conversation with my manager, I couldn't believe it. So yeah, January the 11th. Everything.
So now how do you have to be in a hospital with FaceTiming or something? You could do the interviews from a bed.
I just thought whichever one arrives first, I'll just prioritise, and then the other
Well, I think we go to your mum for advice, don't we? Janet, what would you do in that situation? What would mum do?
Well, I think she can cope. You can cope, Sophie. Yeah. Whatever happens first, just go with that.
Thanks, Mum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it works.
And you were on Strictly.
I was.
5 years ago with Brendan Cole. You were so brilliant. I think we've got a picture of you here on Strictly. Let's look. I do remember you did this amazing one where you came out of a bed. Was that a waltz or something? It was in the middle of the stage, and just a beautiful, beautiful
That might have been Musicals Week when I was. I got to be Maria from the Von Trapp family and danced to a few of my favourite things. Oh, and that one was the Charleston that we did a picture of. Yeah, but I think Musicals Week I was maybe the happiest person in the building. I was loving life.
Have you been following the whole snog thing? Have you been feeling...
Snog thing.
Snoggate.
The snog was the most important story a week ago. You know, in the world it seemed, and now it's gone away. I guess. Were you fussed about it?
I try not to get to sort of comment publicly. I mean, I don't know any of the people that are involved, and they're all real people in real relationships. So I'm sure they don't want me wading in, but. Well, I'm
No,
glad
you
it
don't
didn't
have to. You
happen
could just say
my
it's
other half.
fine. I mean, someone said to me the other day that there were loads of snogs on Strictly British. That was the first one that was filmed. And the idea that...
You should know.
Well, here we go again. No, you've got me into trouble now.
Oh, no.
Not it. Clearly.
I'd never witnessed any snogging during my time at
Right.
Strictly.
Okay. That's good.
Put that out.
That's official. Okay. All right. Janet, you two appear together on the air very often, or never, or
Well, only this week, actually, because here is my diamond badge, because this week Blue Peter celebrated its diamond birthday, and there was an hour-long show on Tuesday, which is repeated on Saturday, actually. And Sophie was on the programme twice when I was a presenter there. Once with me, modelling snoods, and once without me, actually, with Karen, modelling bin line. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry,
The
bin
snooze-
line.
old party
snooze was
this
actually
program, wasn't it?
But
Was it
then
good fun?
it was lovely, yeah. But then Soph came on and sang for us live in front of another orchestra, and it was a glorious
first time you
celebration.
introduced me
It was.
to
I
it.
got to be the DJ for the day.
Is it part of your childhood, Ian, as well as mine?
It absolutely is. I mean, I am of that generation, I guess. And I first met Janet. She doesn't actually know that I met her in Edinburgh when you were doing the Fringe show with all the other presenters. And I went along and saw it. It was fantastic. Really interesting.
Hello, that was fun. Yeah, I think because on the day on Tuesday there were 27 previous presenters all united together. I don't know what the collective noun is.
How long were you on the show?
4 years.
4 years.
Oh, yeah,
Because
only
Connie
4.
Huck was, I think, 10. Was she the longest serving one?
Yeah. Yes, only pipped by John Noakes, who's the longest serving ever.
And is John Noakes the greatest presenter in the history of British television?
Probably.
Got to be up there.
He's got to be up there, yeah. He certainly reinvented how you look, how you sound, how you behave on television. Before that, people had been very straight in a metaphorical dinner jacket, if not an actual. But
Yeah, you're
he
right.
really
It was
broke the
very
mold.
informal, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he had a northern accent, and things that previously I think the BBC had thought you weren't allowed. But Blue Peter, actually, we won't go on about this too much, obviously, because, the 60th is now done. But in a lot of ways, it was a groundbreaking programme. First of all, it had presenters like him. And also, there was absolutely no gender divide on any of the items that we did. We just did stuff, I never did cooking, for example. The boys looked after a baby for a while. I probably wouldn't have put them in charge of that baby, but, Blue Peter chose to. And it was also really green really early on, long before it was a flag to wave. So,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
really
true. And
proud
also
of
live
this
studio
history.
environment where things happen.
Yes.
Which you weren't expecting. Then a whole load of control came in, and it was harder to do that. So it was absolutely pioneering. Did you ever get a Blue Peter badge, Ian? By the way,
I didn't get a Blue Peter badge, but if you've got any in your handbag, I'll happily...
You have to ask Sophie for those because she tended to take them off.
I did. I used to take them and then sell them in the playground.
Oh my goodness!
That's really bad, isn't it?
Really
they were only
bad.
50p. I should have.
Really, you should have
prices
told.
up.
I love that you don't comment on the snog, but now you've dropped that bombshell.
I've got bigger skeletons in the closet. It was 50p for a badge or £1 if you wanted a signed autograph from my
Sophie.
mum as well.
Sophie. So what do you?